And that was kind of the only place I've seen this book
Mythological.
feel genuinely attacked personally. Hopefully he gets torn apart by it, so it's like a generational thing. Hello my freaky people, and welcome back to another video. I had every intention of filming this video hours ago, but one, I wasn't done with my final, and two, I definitely did not get distracted by Markiplier's video that he posted. I watched the entirety multiple times. Come on, he was beating 1020 mode on FNAF 2. He hasn't done that in like 12 years. What did you want from me? Speaking of FNAF, let me know if you want to see any gameplays on my channel, okay? Do I have any of that equipment? No. Do I know where to find that equipment to film that? Yes, I do. So please ask me to do a FNAF gameplay. I beg you, please. I need one comment that has an FANF in it, and I'll play. Will it be a soon video? No, because I do have to reserve it, and then it's a whole process, and I don't want to do that right now, guys. It's just, I'm so tired. It'll be hilarious because I am such a chicken. I am a horrible chicken. I can't even watch horror movies. I can barely read a scary scene in a book, and that's in my head. Anyways, let's get back to being cozy and talking about my TBR. Shall we? I just got done with my finals officially today. Submitted the last one maybe 20 minutes ago, and I'm so relieved. It wasn't that bad, honestly. It's a summer course, but a final is a final. The stress is still stress, and I get about 1 day of calm because my next session starts on Monday. This is take 2 of me trying to film this video. Everything was going wrong. If it wasn't the wind,
how many people
it
need
was
a
a
flight today?
plane flying by,
I can think
or
of
freedom yelling
literally
at
the second
me,
I started
or
talking to
people
here.
walking
Look what
by.
you did.
I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought it'd be more fun to get chill and get cozy after a long finals week. So without further ado, let's get into the books. The first book on my TBR for August, and the next book I will be reading, is actually one I don't own. I've been thinking about getting this book for a very long time, and I contemplate it every single time I go to Barnes, and that book is Red Rising. I know. Everyone and their mom has read Red Rising, but I haven't, and neither has my friend. So we are going to read that together, and that is going to be our next mini book club read. If I do like the first one, I do plan on just buying the rest of the series as just a set rather than getting the first one and then getting the second and the third and I think there's just 3. But if I do like it, I'll just get all of them. But for now, I'm gonna read it on my phone. I've heard a lot about Red Rising, and honestly, that's it. I've heard of it. I can't remember what it's about. I can't remember what the premise is. I do know that about 5 months ago, I read the first 50 pages and I did really enjoy it. However, it just didn't work out. I'm excited to get back into that book with somebody else who will also instill fear into me to keep reading it. You know who you are. I know you're gonna watch this. Okay. But other than that, I don't have much to say on that book. It is anticipated, however, it is more so anticipated because I am reading it with someone else, not really because I have a personal desire to read it, but the intention is there. The next book that is on my August TBR, I, Medusa by Ayana Gray. This book is very obviously following the story of Medusa. I have never really read another book like this. Another like demigod-esque book. I don't know if I'm entirely saying that right. I do want to read more books like these. I've seen a couple like Hercules related ones, and I think that would be really cool. I love the animated Hercules. Mythological. Oh, f me, what is it called?
Mythological.
My mom bought this book for me after I completed my most recent school year. I didn't graduate or anything, but I was kind of like a, congratulations, you're so strong, I believe in you. So thank you, mommy. I don't know what else I was gonna say about this, honestly. I initially saw this book on Goodreads as one of the challenges, and that was kind of the only place I've seen this book. I'm pretty sure it's new and it just came out. We all know my track record with accurately saying when things came out. I believe it came out in March. I'm actually a horrible liar. It came out almost a year ago in November 18th, I believe, 2025. I'm literally studying history. So yeah, that is I, Medusa. She will probably be my next read after Red Rising. Now, initially I didn't think I had any of these in a particular order, but now that I'm kind of looking at them, it does seem to be in order of when I'm going to read them. So, hey, chronological, baby. However, on that same note, the next book on my TBR is The River of Silver. Now, I am still very emotional over the David Bad series, okay? And I probably won't go a single video without talking about it, and that's okay. This book is kind of a part of that series. This book is a collection of different stories from all of the characters in the original series, and I'm gonna be so honest with you, I only got this book so that I can have more information on Dara. I love his character. I have never spoken to anyone who has read this book or this series, and it pains me. It pains me every day, but I love him. I love him so much, and I honestly don't even think I could read a review that said that they didn't like him, because I would feel genuinely attacked personally. Then I found out that there is only one story in here that is his, and it is a kind of short one. But that is okay. That is okay. Content is content, and I'm going to devour this book. It'll probably be a transition read, considering that I'm starting off this month reading a lot of standalones. Once we get past Red Rising, of course. And that is assuming that I don't read Red Rising, absolutely fall in love with it, and then read the 2 remaining books in the series, and then completely abandon my TBR. So trust that this book is extremely highly anticipated for the sole purpose that I think it is going to make me cry. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good, okay, I have an idea. I have an idea, and I have an idea. On that very positive and very exciting note, The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how gorgeous this book is, okay? Look at that edge. Look at how absolutely stunning it is. Every single time I have walked into Barnes & Noble, I have seen this book for the last maybe half a year, maybe more, okay? And I just absolutely fell in love with the way this book looks. Don't get me wrong, don't judge a book by its cover. This very well could be the 1st of 1 stars.
Not saying it will be, but it could.
But she is so gorgeous. I mean, just look at her without her winter coat on. I mean, come on, she's so pretty. And there's art in the inside, and on the other side, hands down, hands down, the prettiest book I've ever seen, ever. Okay, girl, let's stop glazing them. So keep dancing to the rhythm, stay to the rhythm. I have pretty high expectations overall for this book, just on the pure fact that I think it's gonna be really cute and really cozy. I kind of imagine it like, you know, Ponyo, purely based on the front of the book, by the way, and this like extremely tiny blurb on the back. I see them kind of as like Fujimoto and the sea goddess, or like Ponyo's mom, and I kind of love it. I kind of love it. That's how this is playing out in my head, you know? And I think that could just be absolutely so cute and so magical. I try to switch up the genre I read a lot, because I personally don't really like reading the same kind of format of a book over and over and over again. That's typically when I get really bad reading burnout. So as you'll very quickly notice, if you haven't noticed already, all of these books, they are all gonna be fiction. I don't really read a nonfiction unless it's a memoir or one of my textbooks. And all of them are pretty much fantasy or maybe a historical fiction, which, fun fact, historical fiction was my top genre last year. Anyways, back to our masterpiece here. I think this would just be a really cute romance to read, and who knows, maybe it'll tear me apart. Doubtful. I don't coming back to it, I don't think anything can hurt me the way Empire of Gold did, okay? Nothing can hurt me. Mind you, I put 3 tabs in that entire book series. all three were the darkest blue tab I had, and all three happened within the last 200 pages of Empire of Gold, okay? When I say that book hurt, it hurt. It hurts. Please tell me if you want a video based on the City of Brass, the Devabad series, because I will give it to you, and I will give it to you with such passion. Maybe I can do a reread, and I'll do like a reading vlog reread. And with this book, we are almost halfway through. Yay! So, for our final book on my August TBR, we have a decision to make. I don't know which one to start reading. I do want to start reading a series near the end of this month, so I'm kind of stuck right now. The two books that I am debating reading. The first one is The Jade City by Fonda Lee, and the second one is The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. Both of these books I've heard quite a lot about. However, none of them really are wavering my decision. I think more recently, I've definitely heard about this one and just Robin Hobb's writing in general. And I know this is part of a much bigger series, but I'm pretty sure this alone is a trilogy, which is great because the Jade City is also a trilogy. So lots to compare here. As of right now, I think I am going to go with the Jade City. Mind you, I've changed my mind since recording the first time, so don't take my word on this. But the Jade City, this reminds me of the book Legend by Mary Lou. I don't know if anyone else has read this book, and I think it's pretty popular. I was recommended that book by my brother about 2 years ago now, and I, again, loved that book. 5-star, cried my eyes out, and I recommended it to my little cousin, and hopefully he also gets torn apart by it. So it's like a generational thing. Anyways, this book reminds me kind of our main character and kind of the same city that the books take place in. The main character in Legend is a 15-year-old. So in my head, this is like if he was an adult, you know? Mind you, I kind of forgot what I read on the back, so I could totally just be talking out my rear right now. Maybe not. And just the thought alone that this could be related to Legend in any way makes me very happy. Makes me very excited, especially because it's a trilogy, much like the Legend series. So exciting. Okay. Yeah, kind of similar. Yeah, not at all. There aren't superpowers in Legend. Whatever. Also, maybe it's just a Mandela effect, but I remember these having different covers. I'll look it up, and maybe like right here, I'll insert a picture of the cover I'm thinking of. But I swear when I first saw these books, the covers looked different. Like it was a huge Jade City, Jade War, Jade Legacy, you know, same colors, but just Jade. I don't know. We have a guest. I was wondering when he was gonna get up here. Hi, Betty. Come here. Come here. Lay down. Oh, good boy. We've invited a parasite. He's gonna eat all my books. Anyways, with that is going to be my August TBR. And I definitely did add a lot more books to this TBR than I think I'm going to read for this month. I do consider myself a decently fast reader, but it's either I read a book in 2 sittings or it takes months. So we'll see what I read. These will probably be in reading vlogs, and whatever series I settle on is probably gonna get a dedicated reading vlog. So stay tuned for those. He's eating my thumb. He's gonna kill me. Oh my God, your nails are, his nails are sharp, his nails are sharp. That's his version of a kiss, I guess. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this week's video. I really appreciate you clicking on mine out of every video here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye! Mwah! because I have to get up at Is that a pretty angle? Do you want to get bitter over it all? Stop being scandalous. Ooh. That was awful. Get your... What was the last thing I said? Oh, my foot is so freaking asleep right now. Oh my god, he's gonna ruin my audio with his purring. He didn't like that outro. He's so pretty. So pretty, so precious. Don't get a male cat. Don't trust the male cat propaganda. Doubling. Bye.